Hi, welcome back to another installment of When Rom Met Com. I am Jack, and I am here with my co-host Nora, who is suffering from laryngitis. So she's here. I promise you she's here. It's not just me.
Hello.
I think it's sounding good, Like it doesn't sound like you, but it sounds good. This is When Rom Met Com, the podcast where we break down what makes a date movie a great movie. We're currently working our way through Vanity Fair's list of the 42 best romantic comedies of all time to see if they had us at hello or big mistake, huge. And this week, very exciting, we are joined by the wonderful, the fantastic Jamie Lynn Watson.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Jamie is a New York-based comedian who you may have seen in What We Do in the Shadows Season 5 or in Please Don't Destroy the Legend of Foggy Mountain, produced by Judd Apatow. Now, I don't know if you know this, Jamie.
Yeah.
Because I know The Legend of Foggy Mountain went to Peacock in the US.
Uh-huh.
But here it was released cinematically.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
I was there. I'm going to say, I don't think it changed the world cinematically over here.
Yeah.
I had to track down a cinema that was playing it because
wow.
I feel like if a comedy is released, I want to make sure I try and see it on the big screen.
No, you're doing the real work. That's true. I have not seen it in a cinema. I have only seen it on a television set. So
I'm winning.
I'm jealous of you being able to see it in its the way it was intended, the way God intended. And by God, I mean Judd Apatow.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
Soon to be discussed on this podcast.
Oh.
When we get to the 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, I guess that's a rom-com. Yeah. I call that a straight up com.
Well, this is the whole world of this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are getting into that nitty gritty.
There we go. We're getting into the science of it. Ultimately, the percentages, the equations.
Nothing is better than breaking down something that you enjoy.
It doesn't get rid of any of the magic, for sure.
No. Definitely not. Jamie, tell us about your history with romcoms. Do you have favorites? Do you even like them?
Yes, I do like them. Of course, I like them. I was always very obsessed with Emma Stone growing up, and I feel like she was kind of queen of quirky girl rom-coms for a while there. Easy A and Crazy Stupid Love. I really loved the concept of like quirky girl, make bad, boy, turn good was sort of where I grew up from.
That's sort of like mine and Nora's sort of like vibe, I think.
Yeah.
Quirky boy, make bad girl, turn good.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it really messed me up for when the time to date arrived because I was like, oh, well, I'm the quirky girl. So bad boy turn good, right? And they never did. They never wanted to turn good for me because of my quirkiness. It really disillusioned me for what the world was actually like. But that's all to say, yes, I do like rom-coms a lot.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to get you on the pod is because I'm such a fan of the videos you put out online. And I do feel like some of your sketches lean into the rom-com world.
Yeah.
I specifically love the toilet water sketch.
Thank you.
It's one of my favorite things. It's one of these things that I will show to people all the time.
Thank you. That's like, if that was a rom-com, that'd be horrifying. That's like a scary, yeah.
But that's what I kind of love about it.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely a lot of like single girl underestimating how strange she's coming off. That's a lot of the content I like to do.
Well, today we are discussing Anyone But You.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like quite a big one in the rom-com world. So I'm quite like excited to get into it.
Yeah.
It's directed by Will Gluck.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Sydney Sweeney, Glen Powell, we'll get into it,
yeah.
Alexandra Shipp, Gator, and Brian Brown. This was released on the 22nd of December, 2023. Big Christmas release.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say big, I mean big, because this movie, made on a budget of $25 million, ended up grossing a whole $220 million worldwide.
Ooh.
And it has a Rotten Tomato score of 54%. A little iffy, that one. Chris Murphy for Vanity Fair writes, Shakespeare really knew how to write a romantic comedy, didn't he? Loosely based on the Shakespearean comedy Much Ado About Nothing, Anyone But You stars Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell as Bea and Ben, a modern-day Beatrice and Benedict. Despite having an amazing first date, Bea and Ben's initial attraction quickly turns sour when they unexpectedly find themselves at a destination wedding in Australia. The pair pretend to be the perfect couple for contrived reasons, but in the process they find out that there's a fine line between love and hate. The film was a sleeper hit, earning $220 million worldwide. It might have helped that the world was also quite interested in Sweeney and Powell's off-screen relationship, with rumors of romance circling the rising stars. Based on Anyone But You, it's undeniable that the pair has chemistry. So let's get into it. Jeremy, had you seen the film before?
I had not seen it. And ultimately, I was watching it. I kept being like, oh, this is so Shakespearean. Like, why do they keep doing Shakespeare quotes and Shakespeare and like the overhearing conversation aspect of it all, the ruse and of pretending to be something you're not. And then you read that out and I was like, oh, right. I didn't even track Beatrice and Benedict.
I didn't either.
I went to acting school, so I know the Shakespeare. I did all that stuff.
I feel pretty clever, the guy who didn't go to acting school in the room. I was like, yeah, there's much ado.
I was like, oh, they're like, I thought they were just playing up on Shakespearean tropes, which I guess is sort of still what they're doing. It's a loose interpretation of Much Ado. I mean, It's not an exact interpretation.
There's no Dogberry.
Did not even think about B and Ben. Did not think about those names. That's like, I'll watch a movie. It's like Romy and Juju. And I'm like, that could be anything, you know.
You and I went to acting school, but Jack is a Brit.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
So maybe that's where it's just built in. It's in the blood.
It's in my DNA.
It's just part of you.
I am Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
And Shakespeare is me.
Yeah.
You said there's no Dogberry. The store where they pick up the wedding cake is called like Dogberry Bakery or something.
Wait, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their like Shakespearean counterpart in this. Like, there's Haley instead of Hero, and a John instead of Don John.
Yeah, I did not even track that. So thank God you read the IMDb synopsis out of it. Because I was like, oh, I see what they're doing, but I did not see what they were doing. I both did and did
You
not.
could pretend. Like, you could totally just say, oh, yeah, I'm a Shakespeare scholar.
Erase everything I said and just pretend like I knew going into it.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, no one will ever know.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a tradition to do like a sort of modern Shakespearean rom-com.
Right. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes.
Yep. That's on the list for us.
Yeah.
Not Shakespeare, but you mentioned Easy A, classic literature, which is the same director as Anyone But You, Will Gluck.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Didn't even realize. That's Scarlet Letter, is that interpretation. Yeah.
And then, of course, like Clueless is Emma.
Mm-hmm.
And Emma is based on Emma.
Shocking.
Which, again, we'll be covering later on in this series.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying yes, as if I've read any of these books.
But you've read Shakespeare.
Yes, I have. I went to acting school. Also.
It's a requirement.
I've read Emma. It's good. I have not read The Scarlet Letter.
Had you seen the movie before we?
Yes, as I said earlier, if there's a comedy coming out on the big screen, I go see it.
You see
I went to see this. Yeah, I saw this with my old flatmate in one of the tiniest screens at Odeon Leicester Square, where I was laughing quite a bit, and the audience seemed pretty hot on it. And then when we left, I was like, "Oh, that was a bit of fun," and my flatmate was like, "Really?" And she sort of bullied me into thinking that I didn't like it as much as I did.
Oh,
But I watched it again this week, and I was like, "This is fun."
It's fun.
I don't think it's set the world on fire great, but I think there's a lot of elements about it that are really enjoyable. It's really silly. It's really cute. I have so many feelings about Glen Powell.
Don't we all?
I think he's just a fucking delight.
Good.
Yeah.
I was worried when you said so many thoughts on Glen Powell. I was like, uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, no,
I'm going to have to go up to bat for my man, Glen Powell.
Oh my! So I was messaging Nora yesterday while I was watching the film. I was like, I'm gonna need like a 10-minute streak on this episode where I just talk about how I think Glen Powell is the closest thing we have to like a new movie star.
Yes.
I genuinely think he's bringing back the movie star.
Yes.
In a way that like nobody has in a long time.
He could have chemistry with a doorknob. Like, he is so charming and like silly but serious. I also appreciate that he's found his fame a little later in life. You know, like he
Completely.
he wasn't famous when he was 21. Like he's kind of just now starting to become this thing,
But he's also been working through it.
Yes, it's been working for years, but didn't become a star till like the past couple of years.
Which is great. You love to see it.
Love to see it.
We all remember him as a long-fingered boy in Spy Kids 3D Game Over, his first film role.
Do we?
Who could forget Long-Fingered Boy?
He's so good as Long-Fingered Boy.
The world was buzzing around Long-Fingered Boy back in 2003.
And honey, he's a long-fingered boy based off that sex scene.
Right?
The sex scene is really hot in it. Sorry.
We should clarify that it's the sex scene in Anyone But You and not the sex scene in Spy Kids 3D.
That one, only a few people have seen.
I found that one quite gratuitous, to be honest. Like if you're going to do a sex scene in 3D, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It is, only a privileged few have had the ability to see that, the uncut version.
Have either of you seen Everybody Wants Some?
What's that?
It's a movie about a bunch of college baseball bros in the 1980s from the guy who made Boyhood, Richard Linklater.
Mm-hmm.
It's a film that I feel like has no connection to me whatsoever. I wasn't alive in the 80s. I barely know what baseball is, and American college life is completely alien to me. Mm-hmm. And yet, Glen Powell is in it as one of these guys, and it was the first thing I ever saw him in. Well, no, I'd seen Spy Kids 3D, but it's the first thing I noticed him in. I wasn't looking at the fingers. And he is just so incredibly charming, playing a guy who you shouldn't like at all, like a guy who you should run from. But oh my God, what a guy. And then ever since then, everything he's been in, I'm like, give me more, give me more, give me more.
Jamie, have you seen Set It Up?
I think I've seen some of Set It Up, but I also am aware of that film. And that's Zoe Deutsch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the girl in that. And I like Zoe Deutsch a lot.
She's also the girl in Everybody Wants Some.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I like her. I think she's really good.
I love Set It Up. I am pissed that Set It Up is not on Vanity Fair's list.
Me too, actually.
Would recommend, particularly if you love Glen Powell.
I think there's several Glen Powell movies that could be on the list that aren't.
Hitman.
Twisters is a rom-com in my heart.
He is so hot in Twisters. It is crazy.
He's so good in
Oh
Twisters.
my God.
I haven't seen it yet.
He's really hot in it. The only problem with Twisters is that the two main characters do not kiss at the end. And you're like, why aren't you kissing?
What?
But there's chemistry.
Oh, there's so much chemistry. But as you say, he could have chemistry with a doorknob.
Yep.
Speaking of chemistry, do we think they have chemistry in this film? Because the internet seems split, and I'm baffled by that because I feel very strongly one way, but I won't tell you which way.
I mean, I'm aware of which way.
I won't tell Jamie which way.
I think they have chemistry because, again, Glen Powell can have chemistry with anyone. I think that's a very big part of it, is that he does a lot of the heavy lifting. I think their chemistry, a lot of it comes from them being extremely hot and looking good together.
In beautiful locations.
Do I wish that Sydney Sweeney was a little more, I hate to say like Emma Stoney, but to me, I need a little quirk. I need a little bit more like bumbling. I need a little more wit from her, I feel like. So
I agree.
That's how I feel about her in this part. Again, I really enjoyed the film, and I do think like when they kissed, I was like extremely happy, and I was feeling a lot of feelings. And I was sad as soon as in the beginning when they both have that kind of miscommunication. I got really sad. I got deeply upset.
This is my sort of feeling on the film in general.
Yeah.
Is I'm really into it when they're into each other.
Yeah. So that's
and then
a
when
good
they're
sign
not,
that they have good chemistry.
I believe that chemistry, and I struggle to believe when they're fighting with each other.
Yeah. Because the wit is not backed up with her.
I agree, because I was talking to my dear mother about Sydney Sweeney, and she said, she's just like Amanda Seyfried. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Like, if it was Amanda Seyfried, who I do think is very funny, I don't want to like shit on Sydney Sweeney at all. The only other thing I've seen her in is Madam Web.
We can't go into that. The most AI written film I've ever seen.
I did read a bit of trivia that she agreed to do that part so that Sony would make Anyone But You.
Yes, I read that as well. And I can believe it.
Well, thank God. She took the bullet for that. I'm happy Anyone But You was made. I want to make that very clear. I'm happy
As
it
do
was
I.
made. I had a great time watching it. Do I think that, except for Dermot Mulroney, that all the side characters were awful? Yeah.
Really?
Do I think they were all horrible actors, that they were basically NPCs? Yeah. But it wasn't about them.
I like the side characters in
too.
I
this
did not
because
like them. I thought they were
Spicy
bad
take.
actors.
this is why I like them. Because they've just like tap right into the Shakespeare of it all, where it is just completely like playing to the rafters. Like, I gotta give a shout out to my man who plays Bo,
I love Bo.
whose name I do not know off the top of my head.
Oh, I liked. He was one of the only people I thought was funny. But like the
He's
best friend
my favorite side
character
character.
was not fun. I was like, dude, you're supposed to really be a comedic relief here. And he was like stilted.
I like Dermot Mulroney as well. Like, and I like that, gives a little tie back to
Best friend's wedding, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is another great, like, travel wedding movie.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, the Australia of all of this
Yeah.
feels so kind of strange.
I actually know why they did it. So Elena Wolpert wrote the original screenplay. And then when Will Gluck came on to direct, he made quite a lot of changes. So he was responsible for the R rating. And he also picked it up and moved it to Australia because he wanted it to feel very grand scale and very beautiful and sort of 90s, 2000s rom-coms that are set in these beautiful places. They cited How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days as a kind of influence.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're gonna do your Shakespeare homage, why didn't you go to England?
Because Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell don't belong in England.
You are so right.
To be fair,
That's such a good point.
Australia is as English as those Americans can get. They are too American to be in England. And I was thinking this I was like, I'm used to watching rom-coms where like one of them is like an acerbic writer and the other is like a journalist, and they do like these witty jobs and they wear these interesting fashions and have silly little pasts and stuff like that.
I love a silly little past.
Silly little past. But in this one, I was like, oh my God, they're like basic people.
Her life is a disaster, as we are told many a time by her.
But as basic a disaster can be, though.
Law school dropout.
Law school dropout.
I don't want to go to law school and I don't want to marry this guy. Pretty basic problems, I gotta say.
He's got his mom died.
His mom died.
He's a finance bro and he doesn't do cardio.
And he doesn't do cardio.
Oh, that's also why they can't be in England, because he can't take his shirt off that much in England.
That's true.
True. That's a big part of it. That's why they did have to go to Australia.
I like the side characters in this. I do. I think there's a lot of fun to be had with them. I wish there was more fun to be had with them.
That's what I'm saying. I think some choices needed to be choiced by them, and they weren't. It was a little lukewarm.
I get what you mean.
From most of them. Not all of them. Like Bo, I liked a lot. Again, Dermot Mulroney, I liked. Like, I thought the parents were very cute. This is where, in a typical rom-com, when we say com, this is where we're usually casting like a stand-up as the best friend, or like someone from SNL, like is usually on the side and they're there to like improvise and make some funny comments on the romance that's occurring. That is what I think it needed to benefit from, was a good old improviser.
We need a Molly Shannon from Never Been Kissed.
I was literally just thinking exactly her.
We need a Judy Greer.
We always need a Judy Greer.
We need Vanessa Bayer in Trainwreck. We need, like,
Catherine Hahn.
We need Keke Palmer needed to be in there.
Oh my God. I would have loved that. There's so much tell and don't show in this movie, and that did drive me a little crazy. Stuff like, oh, you never talk to people about your mom. And my life's a disaster. And good thing you're marrying her, because she's free-spirited and you're a little uptight.
There was a bit of that. You know how they're trying to write movies now that are more like tell, don't show, so you can fully clean your whole house during it?
Yes, that's the Netflix model at the moment.
This is the beginnings of that.
I did enjoy Brian Brown and Gator doing their bad acting.
I loved that.
To sort of convince B and Ben to get together. I'm trying to remember in Much Ado, do they pretend to be a couple?
I don't think they do. I think they just don't like each other the whole time.
Yeah, I thought that was it. And they just sort of get tricked into liking each other.
And then her cousins, Beatrice's cousins, like good name gets tarnished.
By Don John.
And Benedict is the one that's like, I'm going to fix this. And then Beatrice is like, okay, well, actually, I like you then. Let's Now we're
Yeah.
together because you saved my family. You know?
You might say Benedict jumps into the harbor to rescue her, metaphorically.
This is my biggest issue with this movie. Do not abuse rescue services.
I thought that too.
Oh my goodness.
Your big gesture is not worth somebody else potentially drowning.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's part of what they do in Australia.
They do big gestures.
They pick you up out of the water and drop you wherever you want.
Yeah.
Sexy taxis.
Yeah, it's a free taxi service, right?
It's completely normal for them. Yeah.
I mean, I love that scene.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
I love it.
I think it's the scene where they act. Well, no, the scene I think they have the best chemistry in is the opening.
Yes.
Ooh. You know what? I think they have the best chemistry when they're in Australia and he makes the grilled cheese and they hook up and their handprints are on the cabinets.
Very Titanic.
I was going to say, it's got to be an homage to Titanic after they've done the Titanic moment on the boat.
I think the scene where they're dancing on the boat, it's not the best chemistry maybe, but it's like a good moment.
Yeah, where they're dancing to that like Troye Sivan song.
Yes.
I think I love the opening just because immediately I was in. Because we recently talked about Red, White, and Royal Blue, and the opening to that, I was out. Because,
See, I read the book of that, but I didn't see the film of it.
You should see it. It's fun.
But the beginning plays like a Hallmark sort of like comedy where everything kicks off because, oh, we spilled a huge cake.
Oh.
Do they knock over a cake in the book?
I don't remember.
It causes an international incident in the film.
Yeah. An international incident.
Yeah. And I think I was just happy to watch a film where like, oh, just the beginning meet cute is cute and sweet. And immediately I'm like, I'm on board with this couple.
Yeah.
And as soon as they have their miscommunication at the beginning, that's where I'm just like, oh.
I was sad.
Yeah, I'm now going to have to wait to watch these two try and get back together. Every time they fought, I was just like, yeah, but you guys, you like each other.
I know.
There's a little part of me that's like, they would have just sorted out that miscommunication earlier, particularly because they get thrust together a bunch of times. Like, they would have just talked about it at some point.
I think that's true.
I'm going to put on my asshole filmmaker hat.
Oh, no.
Just for my feelings on the geography of the bar scene where they meet up later on. Just because Glen Powell says something and then Sydney Sweeney shows up and he's suddenly gone talking to someone else in the 2 seconds. And then like people are watching them talk, but their backs are to the people. And they're like, he just said this. And I was like,
yes, the
how
friend
do you
says,
know?
Did she just call him a bitch? And then it immediately cuts to Sydney Sweeney's back is to them. I was furious.
Yeah.
But you know what? I give Will Gluck all the credit in the world because yes, I love Easy A.
And Friends with Benefits.
And Friends
he also
with
directed.
Benefits. And you know
Friends
what?
with Benefits, when you said Romcom, I was like, that is one of the funniest ones to me.
It is.
I think it is so funny. It's
really
makes me
good.
genuinely laugh. Like,
Yes.
this one, I will say, if we're talking the equation of rom and com, I did not laugh out loud that much at this film. I was like, oh, that's cute. And I see the formula here. But like Easy A and Friends with Benefits are movies that I laugh out loud to. Like, truly laugh so hard.
Gluck also did the 2014 Annie movie, which I like.
That's fun.
That I didn't see. But that sounds a little like Will needed money.
Who's in that one?
Quvenzhané Wallis.
Quvenzhané Wallace.
Cameron
Right.
Diaz. I thought that movie was fun. Also, the only version of Annie I've ever seen.
No. You have to see the original, the one from the 80s.
I told a friend of mine this recently, and the face she pulled at me was...
Well, you said something bad.
I
That's
did.
why. You said something bad. And so you got judged for it.
Me, Nora, and this friend are going on a trip later this year, and I promised her at some point we'll watch Annie. So,
Okay.
Yes,
so you're
good.
locked into that now,
Good beach
Nora.
watch.
Yeah, good beach
Good.
watch. I don't think I laugh out loud much in this movie. There is one moment where Glen Powell just says, "Stop!" And it really makes me laugh when she's like nuzzling into his neck when they're trying to pretend to be a
On
couple.
the hike?
Yeah. And I don't know why his pronunciation of the word stop is very fun.
I definitely did laugh out loud, and I'm trying to remember when. A few times.
I'm picky because I'm a comedian. So
Of course.
I'm picky about the comedy. That's why I was saying I needed at least an improviser or stand-up to also be in the film to
Yeah.
kind of add a little more on-set fun.
It is wild that there isn't one.
Well, I'm sure Glen Powell improvises on set.
Yeah.
Probably is funny. He's probably like a Pedro Pascal type who, like, we're all hearing Pedro Pascal's the funniest guy on set, always making everybody laugh.
He co-wrote Hitman.
Yes.
And he is writing a script with your former credit with Judd Apatow at the moment.
Yeah,
So,
my boss.
Your boss. I was putting you on the same level.
You know, your collaborator.
Yeah, your
Judd
collaborator.
Apatow.
You guys collaborated.
Yeah.
That's the word, not credit with.
Who would you have wanted to play in this movie?
Well, I want to have sex with Glen Powell, so I would want to be the Sydney Sweeney character, but a role I could feasibly get is I should have played Gata's part. Someone's best friend, or like Sydney Sweeney's sister or something.
Yeah.
I feel like we needed a really funny commentator in this film that we didn't get. And so if I could be that person, I would want to be that person.
I remembered the thing I laughed the most at, and it is something I think Sydney Sweeney's sister says, where she does like a Shakespeare quote, and then she's just like, I just made that up off the top of my head.
I think she's the second person who says that.
Yeah.
A couple people say that.
It comes up a lot. I'm just like, it's so stupid. That is why, like, it's like, again, just hammering home how Shakespeare this is after having these Shakespeare quotes pop up throughout the movie. This movie is so in love with being a Shakespeare adaptation that at first it's annoying, and then I sort of get into it.
And yet it's giving that Sydney Sweeney, who was a producer on this film,
Yes.
To me, it seems as though she has never read Shakespeare in her life.
Possible.
She's not giving me the energy, the wit.
I did read that she wanted to do a modern day Much Ado.
Well, that shocks me, but I'm happy she did it.
And this worked out well. This film was a massive hit.
And even if you hate this film, you can't say it didn't help put rom-coms back on the map. Because it's been like everyone's favorite thing to say, like the rom-com is dead. And this movie has proved that it's not.
It was one of those movies as well that just stuck around. Like people just kept like talking about it and going, which hasn't happened. They
still won't shut up about, because Glen Powell and his girlfriend broke up, so now everyone's on about that. I'm like really sick of the Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney dating gossip circle.
I'm not. I hope they.
I thought you were going to be excited that they broke up so you could have sex with Glen Powell.
Well, that's not happening for me. He is extremely out of my league. I would definitely make him laugh. We could definitely have fun drinks. But ultimately, if you've had simulated sex with Sydney Sweeney, maybe even real sex with her, there is no world in which I am in that tier. Although it's like, it gives me a little bit of hope when like someone like Chris Evans hooked up with Jenny Slate for a little bit, like they were dating. And that gave me hope.
I think Bea and her sister look nothing alike.
But they're both blonde.
They are both blonde.
And all blondes are the same.
Yeah. Every blonde is related to one another.
And I know that because I am one.
Right. The only natural blonde in New York, I've heard.
Yeah. That's what I've been told.
I was born blonde.
Everyone was born blonde. Don't go there. Everyone was born blonde. I hear this all the time. I was a blonde when I was a baby. Well, now you're an adult, so get over it. You had your moment in the sun.
I did. I was back when I could go in the sun.
Yep.
I want to know how often that giant chess set is used.
Never. No one uses that.
To be fair, they play that with such ease as if this is something they do every day, which I don't believe.
Well, I mean, they're visitors there, so.
I guess you'd do it once, wouldn't you? If you went to someone's mansion with a giant chess set, you'd play it once.
Yeah, but I would not be able with ease to just be like, oh, I can have a conversation and do this at the same time. Like,
conversation
I'd be like,
with my ex.
Hold on, I need a sec. Let me see where this big thing goes. Like, I'd really have to think.
Did someone choreograph their chess game? Because are they both good at chess? Like the actors, do they know how to play?
No, it was choreographed. Had to have been.
I don't think they finished the game, so, you know.
No, because by the end, they're just like, they're just playing with the things. Because Glen Powell sees them and they're like, wee woo, wee woo. They're just like throwing it around. She's riding one. She's riding the horse. Fully.
That's what I would do.
She's like,
that is what you would do. Like, it's weird because I do like the set pieces in this movie. I like a rom-com with a set piece. And this goes from set piece to set piece. I enjoy Glen Powell being naked. Though I'm also like,
everyone does.
It is the most insane thing that they're all just looking at this koala bear and cannot hear these people screaming like 5 feet away from them.
Did you know the spider actually bit her while they were filming?
Yeah.
And there is footage of it.
I saw this.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Should have been in the movie. Keep it in.
No. But apparently the crew didn't react because they thought she was acting, but they thought she was just like going for the Oscar. And it was Glen Powell who noticed that it was real.
And that's because they're connected and they should be together in real life.
I mean, I'd be very happy for them. I'm just tired of it coming up on my Instagram feed.
I'd be happy to see that on my Instagram feed. If my phone is listening to me right now, please, I want to see that. I still fully watch through Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively videos. Still to this day, I'm still following that drama as well. So
me too.
Same.
I'm not tired of it.
Yeah, that one I'm not tired of because I'm angry about it.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I'm just like, it's none of my business.
I'm so invested in that drama, but not enough to watch that movie.
Oh, I'm not going to watch the movie.
I watched it. It's really boring.
Right? I don't know. I don't have to watch the movie because I trust you implicitly.
It's boring. Although I didn't get up once during Anyone But You. I sat down the whole time. I did not even go to the bathroom once. I was transfixed. Just so you guys know.
I got up once to make a grilled cheese.
Really? Because you were
I was like, damn, I want
like in the
grilled
movie.
cheese. Yeah.
Wait, can I also say, I would think that wrench would have come back again at some point in the movie, and it didn't. They set that up like that is going to be a major plot point, and we never see that wrench again.
The same way they set up like, oh, you never talk about your mom, and then you find out because she died.
And that's it. It was just she died.
There wasn't any actual issue or like.
Well, and speaking of setting things up and paying them off, the film is full of those. Like on their initial date, he tells her he's afraid of spiders. We get the spider scene later. He makes the grilled cheese at the beginning. He makes the grilled cheese at the end. They pretend to be together so she can get the bathroom key. They pretend to be together at the wedding. The whole thing is just this like parallel. I made a list actually because I loved it.
Except the wrench.
Right, wrench. Well, she mentions the wrench to him later, but we never see it again.
There's gotta. They actually did re-release this in cinemas with like more footage.
What? I want to see that. I do want more.
He packs the wrench in his carry-on. He fixes the cake with it.
Oh my god, this is our second cake falling over movie.
Oh my god, it is.
We got to track how many cakes fall down in this series.
Okay.
This one did not set off an international incident.
No, but close.
I did want to say, talking about just their initial date where the wrench is, his apartment, she makes reference to it, is creepy as hell.
Yeah.
They do not bring back up like why he has that ATM machine.
They don't.
And he's like, that's a story, but nobody got hurt. And you're like,
well, and all his stories are like, yeah, I did meth at this wedding because he used to work for Goldman Sachs. I did coke at this bat mitzvah.
He is basic. He is like the most.
He's basic.
And yet, because it's Glen Powell, we love it.
He's reformed basic.
Yeah, and they keep like calling him a fuckboy, and he just does not actually give fuckboy vibes.
He's like, you call me a fuckboy. I wear that badge with pride. I'm like, do you?
No.
That's not how you seem. Especially like when we meet you, you do not like seem like a fuckboy.
They wrote 2 super unlikable characters and gave us 2 super likable actors.
Yeah.
So like she says they're trying to sell Sydney Sweeney as like a messy disaster, and she is pristine and perfect in every moment. They're trying to sell him as a creep.
And she talks about like how like she doesn't believe in like love and romance. And I'm watching that. I'm just like, oh, I don't believe a word that you're saying. I don't know whether that's more to be with like, oh, I'm saying this, but I don't actually believe it. I don't think it is that. I think she just can't play a cynic. I don't see her as a cynic in the slightest.
Someone that hot should not be cynical. They everything they want in their life. So
right, if you're that hot, you don't not believe in love because everybody loves you.
Exactly. Yeah.
The meet. I was like, are we just going to do that thing we do in romcoms where we pretend that the other person isn't insanely hot? Like if you had that meet cute in a coffee shop, you'd be married 20 minutes later. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like she was just going to walk out of there and not flirt with him a little bit.
Well, but she's so awkward. She poured water all over her pants and had to like clean it up. Like, oh, I'm so awkward. She's not
and
awkward.
He wasn't going to ask her out.
I do like the tissue paper on the shoe thing though.
Oh, me too.
I think that's sweet.
That was cute.
But that toilet paper on the shoe is why they went on a date. Neither of them were going to ask otherwise. Come on.
I feel like I've covered most of how I feel on this movie. I do like it.
I like it.
I think there are better rom-coms than it that could be on this list that are not. If I was to switch it out for like another Glen Powell movie, Hitman, I think is a more interesting rom-com.
But here's what I'll say about Hitman, though, is that there isn't enough from the female romantic lead. It's not, there's
agree.
no inner life with her. At least in this one, they both have needs, wants. There's inner life in both of them. And I feel like Hitman is more of just a Glen vehicle. It's not about the romance. It feels like
that is such a good point.
she's not a fully developed character, whereas what makes a good rom-com is when both of the leads are fully developed characters. Yeah.
I would rate Set It Up over this one. If we only get one Glen Powell film on the top 42, it would be Set It Up for me.
And for me, it's Twisters.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Twister is my favorite rom-com.
If we only get one Sydney Sweeney movie, it's Madam Web.
Yeah.
My favorite rom-com.
Okay, I'll watch it.
I think you should. Just for the way that the villain is dubbed over for the entire
That
movie.
is insane. Yeah, I cannot believe that.
That's genuinely like, what is happening?
It's so confusing.
I think we should move on to our beloved segments. Do we have would do's, wouldn't do's, have done's?
I do. Jamie, do you?
Would have sex with Glen Powell.
Yeah.
For sure. Wouldn't play life-size chess. What have I done in these things? Have misinterpreted situations.
That is so vague and so mysterious.
And yet, I'm absolutely in love with it.
I'm so intrigued.
Yeah.
Leave them wanting more.
Absolutely.
Nora, what are yours would do's?
So I would 100% spin a whole narrative to get a stranger a bathroom key. Like, I would pretend to be married to anyone to save them from that situation.
That is very you.
That's
nice.
I did like how much she knew about bathroom law.
It was a short chapter. I would not be so chill about it if my hair caught on fire 2 days before my wedding.
Right. They breeze through that.
Fucking kidding me? She's a free spirit.
That might be the worst set piece in the movie, where they're fighting over a firework that then goes off.
Yeah.
And the way it's shot when they're like just standing there, like dead census frame.
And the hot girl takes off her whole outfit to put the fire out, and she's just in black lingerie.
Like, why didn't she just get a pillow?
Of the insane moments in this movie, which there are many, and yet the wildest one is probably just fighting with a firework during a game of charades.
We are 2 for 2 for firework incidents as well.
That's true.
Because that also happens in Red, White, and Royal Blue. So this is interesting. New rom-com tropes. Because these both came out in 2023.
Yeah.
That was the year of the cakes and the fireworks.
Yeah. The rom-com trope I really noticed in this film was when they wake up from their nights of passion and they both look just fucking beautiful.
They fell in the water and showered.
Yeah.
And her hair is still perfectly curled.
When they wake up from sleeping on Glen Powell's sofa at the beginning of the movie, and she just wakes up and she just looks like
pristine,
effortlessly in the clothes she fell asleep wearing.
My have done. I have also disappointed my parents by not becoming a lawyer.
But now you host a podcast, so it's all worth it.
Yeah, sounding like this.
Same amount of money.
Prestige.
Yeah.
Same amount of respect.
Glamour.
I think it actually is the same amount of respect.
Anyway, Jack. Would do. Wouldn't do. Have done.
My would do. I mean, if I'm going to borrow from Jamie, I would have sex with Glen Powell.
Sure.
That's
easily
good.
done. I mean, not easily done.
Not at all.
There's whining and dining and wooing. My wouldn't do. I would not attempt to go to an airplane bathroom without my shoes on.
Good catch.
Sydney Sweeney is like playing with fire in that.
No, but this was in my notes. I was like, the thing about B is that girl has always got to pee. And she's got to pee right now.
Yeah, she really, really wastes the last second.
She might have diabetes. That's how I found out I had diabetes, because I always needed to pee. And then like, oh shit, yeah, you're ill.
Well, she might also just hydrate like a reasonable. None of us are drinking enough water.
No.
B is drinking enough water. It's how she maintains her complexion and her excellent hair.
Yeah, that's why her skin's so nice. Yeah, definitely.
And have done, I have definitely splashed myself in the bathroom and then tried to clean it off with a hand dryer. Not to the point where I've like turned my trousers into some sort of inflatable.
I was impressed that she was in like sort of a plank position. Like she was, or no, it's not a plank, a bridge, where she had her foot up on the sink and she was like,
yeah,
that was very impressive.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, that's a classic Jack Gregson bathroom move.
Classic.
Every bathroom I'm in, but I make sure I'm wearing shoes.
Good.
I've also They talk in the movie about Lady in the Tramping a burrito, which I haven't done, but I have made an ex of mine Lady in a Tramp a hot dog with me.
That's funny.
How'd that go?
I think she was really annoyed with me. I have a history of my exes getting annoyed with me over like fast food things.
That's your brand.
So shall we talk about what our favorite song is in this movie?
I think this is a tough one because what song could we possibly choose from this film that just encapsulates it? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
I just feel like it's unwritten.
Yeah, it's the song hasn't even been written yet. It's
Yeah.
unwritten.
Cancel this segment because there are no good songs.
Here's what I'll say. I love Unwritten. It was really giving early 2000s rom-com element with that song, because that's a song for me that was like a high school staple.
I was just massively into the Hills. I had like 1 year where all my friends grouped together to get me a birthday gift while we were at university, and they got me the complete box set of Laguna Beach, The Hills, and The City, and I'd never been like more happy.
You
That's
are
sweet.
American. You are not. You aren't English, dude. Like you're an American.
I wrote my dissertation on MTV shows, and I talked a lot about The Hills.
Yeah, you're American. You're from Florida.
Yeah.
You are spiritually from Florida.
So do we all agree that Unwritten gets a place of honor on our Spotify playlist?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else I would put on there.
Okay. Jamie, would you like to make an argument for another song from the film that should be added? Okay.
Absolutely not. It's definitely Unwritten.
So because we each get to pick one. We have a quota of 3 songs. We don't have to use them all. But I actually think the Troye Sivan song is really good because it's the one they dance to on the boat.
When it just started, but a little getting started.
I'm going to put on the playlist since we have the space available.
It's a good song.
I'm not going to stop you.
I also really like Bottle Rocket, the one that is playing while Glen Powell is running after he jumps out of the helicopter. It's like for the big gesture.
Jumps out of the helicopter. He doesn't.
Well, he jumps a little ways. Like they do not gently set him down.
Like
he
he's like does like a dive out of the helicopter.
He kind of does.
And now we go to the scientific part of the show, the Romcom breakdown.
So we have 4 categories.
We rate each category out of 5. And these can have 0.5s or your decimal points if you wish.
There are no rules. It's anarchy.
There are no rules, apart from it has to be 1 to 5. You can't go to 6, unless you want to. So the first category, leads/chemistry.
I would say 4.5 out of 5.
I am just a hair behind you on 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I went 5.
We're all in the same ballpark. They've got great chemistry. I think my only thing that holds it back is like they spend so much of the movie pretending they don't, that I'm just like, give me a movie where they have chemistry all the way through. Next up, supporting characters. I feel like this is going to be a low one from you, Jamie.
We're going to be so different on this one because I went 4.5.
I went 3.5.
2. Needed more from them.
Story?
3.
4.5.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I love the story.
She loves Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we to argue with the bard?
It's true.
Yeah.
And then we finally have the rom-com balance, which is a 0 to 100 scale. 0 being more romantic, 100 being more comedic. Where do you feel this lands on the rom-com balance? Jamie, what do you feel?
So, Jamie, for clarity, 50 is the perfect balance.
Yeah. I think ultimately what they were going for was like a 60.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely leans into the genre. As a comedian, I can't necessarily say that it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But the essence of the film, I would say a very good middle. So I'll say 50.
I feel similarly to you. I think they were definitely leaning towards more comedy than romance. I've gone for a 65.
I also said 65.
Hey, there's a reason I love you.
Connected.
Yeah.
It's giving Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney off screen.
It's giving Gator and that koala.
I think that's more accurate.
Yeah.
If only we were as hot as Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney, and then this podcast would blow up because people would be shipping us.
If we were hot as them, we wouldn't be banished to the realms of audio.
That's true. Face for radio.
Yeah. I don't think it's like wildly funny, but I definitely think they're going towards more comedy. I'm a stand-up myself, and I believe that like there should have been more of an attempt to actually have funny people involved.
Yeah, include some comedians. They included, I'm going to say 0 comedians.
I agree. And it's funny because Will Gluck has obviously been in this world and has, like, Friends with Benefits has funny people in it.
Yes, and Easy A has funny people. Yeah.
Even just 2 seconds of Andy Samberg in Friends with Benefits, great.
Yes.
And like 2 seconds of Fred Armisen in Easy A.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And 2 seconds of Michael J. Fox in Annie.
Who is he in Annie?
He plays himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he's not in the 70s version, just so you know. He's not a character in that one.
I was going to ask who plays Michael J. Fox in the original
But
Annie.
Annie is set in like the 30s.
Not 2014 Annie.
Oh.
Did they cut the Herbert Hoover song?
Yeah.
What the F?
It's all, I don't think it's Herbert Hoover, isn't it? Isn't it Harry Truman?
No, it's.
We'd like to thank you, Herbert Hoover.
We'd like to thank you.
Okay.
They live in Hooverville.
I just know that Truman pops up in Annie.
You've never seen Annie, and you're questioning
no
me,
idea.
the person with the master's degree in musical
And it's
theater.
not Truman. It's whichever one was in the wheelchair. Roosevelt.
Ah.
Yeah, it's FDR.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was Truman.
Well, yeah, A New Deal for Christmas. FDR. Oh my God. He's never seen Annie. It's fine.
My knowledge of American presidents is probably, despite,
And
growing up in
again,
Florida.
that's what makes you American. That's what makes you American.
Yeah.
Because I don't know any of the presidents. I just said the one in the wheelchair. That's one of the main famous ones.
The only president I know, and the only president I respect, is President Uma Thurman in Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Mm.
President Foghorn Leghorn Uma Thurman.
I wish we'd had you on that episode, Jamie. I want you to watch the film.
I should watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's on the list considering everyone has hated it. So I'm a little surprised it's on Vanity Fair's list.
Interesting. Well, it's number 42. It's the bottom of the list.
Yeah, but there are better
But
movies.
it did still make the list.
There are much better movies.
It has a better Rotten Tomatoes score than this does.
Huh.
Because this has a 55 and Red, White, and Royal Blue has a 74. But also, streaming movies get less reviews because people don't think they're real movies.
Yeah.
But that's why Treasure of Foggy Mountain gets a cinematic release in the UK.
Yeah.
To cement its status as a real movie.
The only 2 movies I know that have done that from Peacock are Treasure of Foggy Mountain and Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy.
Well, Bridget Jones makes sense.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
I'm so happy I saw it. I had a blast watching it. I like it a lot, and I recommend it.
It's not Twisters, but it's good fun.
It's no Twisters, but it is a good second fiddle to Twisters. Yeah.
What a glowing recommendation.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
I think we should start rating movies on the Twister scale.
Yeah. I guess I would say it's no Set It Up, but I would really recommend it.
I would say it's no sex scene from Spy Kids 3D.
Oh my God. Man was right there. What is wrong with you?
Jamie, thank you so much for coming on the pod. It's
Thanks for
been
having
such
me.
a delight to talk to you. Please tell listeners where they can find you.
You can find me on the internet at jamie.lynn.watson on TikTok and Instagram. And if you're in New York, I perform at UCB pretty often. So come check me out.
Amazing. Definitely.
Yay.
Next time I'm in New York. I usually go to stop at UCB when I'm in New York.
Yeah.
So
come through.
You're so sophisticated.
I'm so sophisticated.
Like, oh, yeah, usually stop using me.
That's how us Floridians get
Yeah.
paid. This has been When Rom Met Com. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at When Rom Met Com. There are links there to the Vanity Fair article, to our letterboxd, and other fun things we found and want to share. You can DM us or send us an email at mail@whenrommet.com. Get it? We'd love to hear your thoughts on the films, what rom-coms you think should have made the list, or anything else you'd like to hear about on the pod. If you've had a nice time today, please consider leaving us a review or following us on your preferred podcast platform. Thanks for listening, and remember, we don't hate you. Not even a little bit. Not even at all. See you next time.